A stunning view of the moon. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Wiggins.
Look, sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you focus on the efficiency more than just pure point output.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Green is out there with Chris, and it's Wiggins in at the small forward position. On for Dallas. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Curry is out there with Luka Doncic, and it's Marjanovic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Well, you know, it's not been easy for Andrew Wiggins the last few seasons, guys. The production has just fallen short of expectations. He was the #1 pick back in his draft class and really has struggled to live up to what the fans have expected him to be.
Buries it from three-point range.
Boy, how about the unlimited range that Porzingis is showing? Wow.
Lets it fly. And too long on the shot. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And with Wiggins, he's clearly a talented player, Clark, but people just want more from him.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. And a lot of it is a matter of consistency. And when the expectations are high, being a former overall #1 pick, that pressure can affect you. But I think if Wiggins can just lock into being consistent, all of that will subside.
And here's Chris after Tim Hardaway made that last three-pointer. Just 5 to shoot. Green dishes to Thompson. Shoots over Curry and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Thompson's got his second basket of the night. Now Doncic, 38 points for him last game against Denver. Porzingis against Green. Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis. Porzingis has got 5.
Boy, you look at Porzingis, this guy is very skilled, and you give him those kind of looks, he'll cash in all day long.
Thompson misses.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Doncic. That 3 off the mark.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Thompson for 3. The Warriors keep it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Green kicks to Curry. From deep. Nice D from Doncic. Mavericks leading by 3. Greg, this season is the first time in the last 4 or 5 years that Golden State will not be the prohibitive favorites to win it all.
I mean, back-to-back devastating injuries in the finals. Kevin Durant departing in free agency with time and health. Will they retake the throne? So we'll just have to wait and see.
Here's Curry after the made shot from Klay Thompson. They double-team Curry. Passes it to Marjanovic. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists tonight.
Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
Thompson from long range. They get the rebound. Tries yet again. Porzingis with the block.
Porzingis doing a nice job staying in position and then using his reach to block shots.
Marjanovic passes to Curry. There's 1:17 left in the first quarter. Off on the layup. Last game for the Mavericks, it was a loss to Denver. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Great idea to pull up and take the transition 3 there. The D was in position to block his path to the hoop if he took it inside.
Pass to Marjanovic. 51 seconds left here in the first quarter. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Porzingis. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. White, he's checked in for Seth Curry. And it's Burke in for Luka Doncic.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Curry kicks it to Looney. Back to Curry. From downtown, Mavericks with the rebound. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets. Right wing. Finney Smith passes to Marjanovic. Right for three. And it's Looney with the rebound. Pascal tried to tip it in, but couldn't quite get it. And so the first quarter is in the books. Mavericks. Notching a 50, 40, 90% season is a rip.
Your field goal percentage as a whole.
And consistent excellence certainly is the key. Curry brings it night in and night out.
And as tough as it is to hit those marks, he just seems to make it look easy.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Warriors. They've got Curry, and it's Pascal in at the power forward. The thing about Curry you have to admire, Greg, he never wants the spotlight to himself, even as a leader of his team. He just wants his teammates to shine as well.
You think back to when Clay was trying to break Curry's three-point record last season. Curry was not only cheering for him, but actively setting him up to make it happen. That camaraderie Curry shows is why his teammates love him.
Again, Golden State.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Yeah, things are starting to look up. I mean, they're making amends for that slow start, finding a rhythm right now.
Now here's Curry. He's got 7. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Can they get it? Finney Smith can't get it to go.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Boy, Curry's so quick, so crafty. I mean, his combination of craftiness and quickness, really hard to contain.
Burke with it, guarded by Kerr. The pass to Finney Smith. Back to Burke. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Some of those lottery-bound teams now giving more minutes to their younger players, developing them, looking into the future, which means more veterans, unfortunately, will have to sit and watch.
And, you know, I always say this, and it's much easier said than done, but you're a professional, whether you're in the rotation, a young player or an old player, you have to approach it in a professional manner. And that means accepting the good with the bad, the sweet with the bitter, and that takes a maturity level. And, you know, when the trade deadline is behind you, you only can control what you can control, and that's what veterans should be about.
And hopefully the coach communicates the ideas behind the move, too.
I like that, but there's no obligation to do so.
Right. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Pascal. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. They beat the Warriors during their last encounter in San Francisco.
Well, they coasted to the win in that one. Were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
And, you know, one of the things about winning the physical battle like they did in that game, it gives you a lot of confidence going into the next meet. You know you can push this team around in the paint and win the physical battle.
Now Porzingis following the three-point attempt by Andrew Wiggins. Dallas moving it around. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
So tenacious in the open floor. Give Wiggins some room to run, and he takes advantage of it.
Curry fires from way outside. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. Here's Poole. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Poole's got his first points in this one.
those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Pass to Curry. Right side Hardaway. Back to Porzingis. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Porzingis has got 9 points.
You know, Porzingis is a guy who's used to having to fight his way through the defense, and good balance allowed him to do that there.
And Wiggins throws it down.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
Now, here's Marjanovic. He has 7. Hardaway passes to Marjanovic. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul called on the Golden State Warriors. And even though you only see him in short spurts, Boban makes an impact, Clark, when on the floor.
Yeah, Marjanovic is a huge guy, and he only plays limited minutes at a time. But there's nothing small about this guy. He's an efficient scorer when he gets his chances, but just doesn't have the foot speed to be able to play significant minutes.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Porzingis. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Curry. And Doncic is subbed in for Burke. Now, here's Doncic. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
Basket counts. Doncic has got it all tied up now for the Mavs.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to the first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5. And that.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slot. Luka Doncic out there with Curry. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
Boy, you got to push Porzingis out of the paint. If you don't, you're looking for trouble. Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Curry with it. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Doncic, no good. Warriors leading by 3.
You know, guys, the Dallas Mavericks with the longest active sellout streak of any pro basketball team. You can put sellout in quotes because they actually give a lot of tickets away to schools and community service groups to make sure that building is full. But that's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit, maybe lost concentration too.
Thompson for 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Marjanovic has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
You know, Clark, the Mavericks making their games accessible to Dallas fans, much more concerned with the packed house and the revenue at the gate.
Yeah, and I like that philosophy, guys. I mean, building their future fan base. Those fans will be around for a while. Giving young people a chance to become Mavericks fans for life. And you start early, and it pays dividends down the road usually.
The Mavericks have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Marjanovic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Thompson from long range. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Marjanovic has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. lot of smart guys playing in the NBA right now, Clark. Any that you spot that could be a great future head coach in this game?
There are so many of them, Kevin, when you spend time around guys and watch how they carry themselves on the court. Usually you look at point guards because they're quarterbacks and coaches on the floor in many cases. CP3, I don't know if he has a desire to coach, but he certainly talks and feels the game as a coach. And Mike Conley, I think he too has the type of cerebral approach to the game that could lend itself to coaching.
It's an excellent starting look. Kleber, no good.
Well, I tell you what, he's going to put a lot of pressure on their perimeter shooters if he can't convert those chances.
Right side, Green. He kicks to Curry. Shot to stop the run. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds in this game. On the wing, Doncic. Drills it from outside. Doncic has got 7 points in the game.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Passes it to basket. Doncic against Thompson. Takes a 3. Sinks the triple. 16 points for him.
And it looks to me like he still has some of the shooting touch that he displayed in the first.
Barea against Curry. Porzingis passes to Curry. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
How about the level of concentration by Seth Curry? Even when he's guarded in the paint, his focus is on the basket.
Green, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Curry dishes to Doncic. Curry is inside. He's covered by Johnson. Kleber kicks to Curry. Doncic passes to Porzingis. And here's Barea outside. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Curry's got the lead up to 8 now for the Mavs.
Hey, I like and respect the hustle of Curry that time. Doing some work on the offensive glass. He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
Doncic feeling it out. Porzingis inside. He's up against Thompson. Nice shot by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 4 points in the quarter. Curry passes to Thompson. Fires from deep. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamorous stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
On when you see that step back 3, Clark, for Doncic. Shades of James Harden, the way he gets that shot off.
And you know what they say, Luka's deceleration, hitting the brakes and stopping suddenly, is top-notch, just like James Harden's. So that's quite a compliment. A lot of that is footwork and balance, but I think his quickness, too, guys, has been a little bit underrated. This guy is a little better athlete than he gets credit for.
Outside, Porzingis. Doesn't go that time.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And so it's Dallas with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be right back after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Now here's Wright to the paint. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist by Wright. And that's 15 points for Porzingis.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here's Burke. The Warriors making the shot. Kleber, the pass to Porzingis. Here's Burke. Pass to Finney-Smith. Right against Wiggins. Clock at 4. Here's Finney-Smith. Can't connect from short range. Warriors trail by 6. On the wing. The offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Burke. It's not going to go for him. And Golden State will come the other way.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
And the pass to Porzingis. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Curry outside. But they get it back. With the tip.
Well, I tell you, that was double duty right there. He influenced the shot and then got back and cleaned the glass.
Here's Kleber. And he gets the whistle. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleber. Seth Curry comes in for DeLon Wright. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. With this game in the balance, he really came after his guys. He said, this is our time. Right now, be in the moment with each other. Do your job, and I promise you we'll win this game. Back to you.
To tie it up. And Thompson gets it to go in on the assist by Curry. Curry's got 4 assists now tonight. And a closer look here at the hustle stance for the Warriors.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Thompson misses.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Shots like this prove Seth Curry is unafraid when it comes to taking big shots.
On its way from Curry for 2, and it falls over the rim and in. Curry's got the game tied up here for the Warriors.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Doncic kicks to Marjanovic. Here's Curry with the 3. Andrew Wiggins grabs the board. On offense, here are the Warriors. They're on a 12-4 run. Thompson from long range hands it from downtown. And now it's a 3-point Warrior lead. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Marjanovic. And stolen by Chris. Passes to Wiggins.
Lane and Lane all comers. Wiggins with the confidence to put the team on his back when it matters most.
It's Curry outside. Off Offensive rebound, Mavericks. Stolen by Thompson. And here we go. Wiggins heading to the hoop. And Wiggins throws it down.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
And so Green will bring it up for Golden State. And again, Andrew Wiggins. Wiggins has got the lead up to 9 now for the Warriors.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Drains the three-pointer.
You know, the staple of Seth Curry's game is shooting the ball off the catch.
It's Curry outside. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. A wide open look here for Wright. Misses. So we see the Warriors get the win here. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
I can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my player started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was gonna talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have anything to say about it, unfortunately. So that's a low blow.
So
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Well, and let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Morris.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
And the Clippers starting 5. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2-guard spot. And for Golden State, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Chris is out there with Draymond Green. And it's Wiggins in at the 3. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting.
Oh, that was something else.
I mean, if you're Curry's teammate, this is what you have to do. Take advantage of the defender reacting to him. I mean, he'll find you if you're open.
Here's Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you have to bring much faster help than that.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Oh, trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
The Clippers rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Young, rangy big man. Chris possesses a nice skill set, and I think the potential to be a terrific player in our league.
Another year of record-breaking offense. Why is it, Chris, that great offense so often beats great defense?
Because defense is not about stopping you. It's about making you take the option that the defense wants. And so if we make a guy that doesn't shoot jumpers very well, if we stop all the penetration and make him shoot a jumper and he knocks it down, you just got to shake his hand. Sometimes it's great D, better offense. And we know this is a scoring league. And, you know, you can play the best defense in the world and have your hand up and, matter of fact, smack him in the face. But Curry, Harden, LeBron, they're still going to knock that shot down.
Smack him in the face, you say?
Oh, I've tried that. I've done that before, and it doesn't work with the great ones. No. Just tap them on the forehead while they're shooting a jump shot and look the other way. They'll still knock it down.
Stolen by Thompson. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop, and it's Thompson with the jam.
In anticipation on the steal, I mean, Clay jump starting the fast break for his club.
It's tipped and stolen by Wiggins. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. They get it back outside for Curry. Wiggins passes to Green. The layup missed.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
A 3 from Leonard. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter's field, but not who you want to leave open.
The Los Angeles Clippers coming to this one after the win against the Warriors.
And you gotta love a team that can maintain its composure on the road. Take good shots and knock them down with confidence.
Yeah, not getting overwhelmed is important. Poise is something that you need to have in order to win on the road.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Oh, man, did you see him close that gap? What a great job. He made the shooter feel uncomfortable.
Green, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Beverly wide open. The Warriors pull it in.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And the shot goes down. 9 points for Klay Thompson.
He's not just a spot-up shooter. Thompson also loves trying his luck on the drive and getting inside.
And you look at the development of how Klay has attacked the rim over his career. What was once a weak spot for him has now become a strength as his finishing improves every year. And let's see some numbers here on Patrick Beverly. How's the last month of basketball been for him? Averaging 5 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in a tight game. 1 or 2 plays can make all the difference.
You know what, Greg, you're right thinking back to Thompson. He had his early struggles at the rim.
And that's a distant memory for Klay now. I mean, he's dunking more often and with more force when he goes at the rim. It has made him an even more complete shooting guard.
Here's Pascal, and the layup's good off the glass.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Clippers trail by 12. Jackson looking it over. Here's Shamet. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Golden State's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Here's Curry. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Curry's got 5 now.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence
the big lead.
Yeah, Greg, they've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor, just in total control so far.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Oh, and when there's an open man, Jackson finds him, making it look very easy.
The pass to Pascal. To the right side. Knocks it loose. Gets to the corner and buries it.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
And so Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2000.
My inspiration really came from my mother.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a very and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. And getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And that's why you never stop working in the paint at either end of the floor.
On its way from Curry for two. Green with the rebound.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game. Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Lou Williams won Sixth Man of the Year for the third time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company. Curry can't get it to go.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious.
Williams' shot is off.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range, just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And, Kevin, you don't stay a perennial Sixth Man of the Year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
Here's Jackson. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Jackson's got his first bucket in this one.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Curry with the three. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Clippers will come the other way.
He had 2 3-pointers in the opening quarter, and it hasn't been able to connect yet here in the second. That's just a product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
The long distance three is buried. Curry's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And that gets him going here in the second after hitting 2 from long range in that first.
Pascal, terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
The shot by Curry, no good. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Los Angeles. It's a 13-point game.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Pass to Poole. Back to Curry. Puts up a 3. Made that one. It's his 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor.
And you see the killer instinct Curry has. I mean, when he's hot, he looks to score whenever possible.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, Kevin, this Warriors team, they just have a lot of stars. Nothing can equal the roster from last season, though. But they legitimately had an all-star at every position for a bit.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And even with the departures this offseason, the Warriors, Chris, are still a contender.
Yeah, and the Warriors knew that they couldn't keep the same roster. It just wasn't possible. But still, what a ride it was for the short time it lasted.
For Los Angeles, they have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
While the shooting of Morris provides his team with is crucial, just a real valuable part of his team.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Back to Curry. Let's go. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Curry's got 20.
And the defender, he does his job that time. That was a quality contest, but good D, better O.
Here's George. No good on that one. The Warriors go the other way. At one point, they led by 16, coming off that loss against the Nets.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
An easy pass turns into a terrible turnover. And that's a possession waste.
Thompson outside. Thompson is double. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
That's a jump ball.
And here is Los Angeles now. Clippers trail by 14. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's George. And George with the stuff.
And he had more than enough room there for one of those trademark slams that he's become noted for.
And Greg, don't you think once he got that space, you just knew it was going to happen?
So did the defense.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, come on now. What defense? Nobody was willing to get in his way.
And hustle paying off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
They throw good, Paul George. Curry wide open. It's been all about Stephen Curry. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. What a start it was for Stephen Curry. He had 20 points, 2 rebounds. Thanks for joining us.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Curry has been sensational.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, the defense didn't do a very good job of staying connected to him. We'll see if they make an adjustment.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Green is out there with Chris, and it's Wiggins in at the small forward. Good shot selection, largely dependent on getting open. Which players do the best job of moving, you think, right now without the ball?
Period. Klay Thompson, 60 points, 11 dribbles. Did you hear me? 60 points,
Shocking.
11 dribbles.
It almost looks like a mystery, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And it's George missing.
Come on. You got to get up on him and play some defense. They won't get away with that next time.
And the Warriors miss again.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Everly with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. And it's George again missing. Warriors leading by 9. Down low. And Chris throws it down.
Like seeing that kind of sharp passing from Thompson, making sure they get the best shot possible.
To the inside. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
It's Curry outside. Second shot opportunity. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Knocks down the 3-ball. Wiggins has got his second bucket of the night.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
Oh, I do too, Greg. You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game. Only 1 for 5 to start the half. I mean, whatever adjustments they made at halftime weren't the right.
And how about the timing on the backboards there from Chris? Has the size and quickness to be a problem.
Here's Morris. Green with the block. Thompson for the triple. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
And he gets it back. Goes back up. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Chris with it. Guarded now by Morris. And Chris throws it down.
And once Chris gets the position he wants, he is throwing it down with a vengeance.
Pass to Morris to stop the run. Zubac, the second chance points on the tip-in. Zubac has got his first bucket of the night.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Chris passed to Green. Right side Curry. Thompson outside. Over George. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Curry. Curry's got 6 assists here tonight. Zubac finds George. Andrew Wiggins pulls it in. Wiggins has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Cold quarter for him, ice cold. I mean, it may be time to give him a breather. Maybe someone off the bench can get him a spark.
And with all the numbers that Curry puts up, all the records, Chris, that he owns, crazy to think that he's often sitting in the fourth quarter due to the score.
Yeah, it is crazy, Kevin. I mean, you pick Curry's MVP season, and even then he wasn't playing huge minutes. That is a testament to just how incredible he is. Curry finds ways to end games even before it reaches the floor.
Lou Williams has checked in for the Clippers. Jackson comes in for Patrick Beverly.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Right side Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Warriors leading by 16. Thompson for 3. Traps in the tray. Thompson's got 14 points for the game.
First 3 of the half. Second of the game. Can he heat up?
Morris with the bucket.
When Morris gets free from mid-range, he's very effective. Love seeing him getting it going from there.
Thompson passes to Pascal. Back to Thompson. There's 45 seconds left in the third.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Leonard, no luck.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms to play it.
Thompson with the bucket.
This guy can play. Whatever they ask Thompson to do, he is more than willing. I mean, he knows how to create his own space to get a shot off near the rim.
Zubac kicks to Leonard. Williams against Wiggins. Williams dishes to Jackson. A three-pointer off the mark. Pascal, the pass to Wiggins. Unloads from 13. Nice jump shot. Good. He has 7.
Oh, they've tailored their offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
Leonard, a beautiful reverse layup.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Well, and there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers, trailing by 19. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, they've got Morris. Jackson is out there with Williams. Then it's JaMychal Green, and it's Shamet in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Wiggins. Rebound by the Clippers. Green's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Wiggins drives in, and the layup is good.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Got a piece of it. Pass to Jackson. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Wow, and Jackson is just crafty down inside. He has such a quick release that even taller defenders can't get to it in time.
Thompson for the triple. Good on the three-point shot. Thompson's got 19 points.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Morris into the lane. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 4 assists now tonight. Jackson against Thompson. From deep three-point range, Green with the rebound. Green's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Morris finds Shamet. Thompson with the rebound. Warriors leading by 20. Regarding the overstated pre-draft concerns about Luka Doncic. Even as the game goes international, it seemed like many GMs are scared to go all in on European players.
And rightfully so. It's a new area, and if they're not immersed into the culture, it may be a little more trepidation on that end. But I would just say, just look at the really the great stories, whether you're talking about the Vlade Divas or the Sabos that came into the game, and even if you go to Marshall Lonis, Dirk Nowitzki, yeah, come on, Porzingis. We got a lot of great players from overseas that have shown us that they can make the way. But the mistake would be is thinking just because someone lives close to them, they would have the game of a Dirk Nowitzki, and that's not true. So you need to do your due diligence, but I think European players have already proved the type of heart, skill set, and mindset that they come to this game with, which is at the top.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Zubac is checked in for Green. Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. George is checked in for Lou Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. And that one's good, George.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look. His three-point game hasn't been there for him today. Don't sleep on him. At any moment, he could get his touch back.
And the Warriors making a change here. Chris is checked in. On the wing, George. Another one falls for the Clippers.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
Curry against Beverley. Green kicks to Thompson. Just 5 on the clock. Wiggins passes to Curry. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Curry's got 23.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
But yeah, this is no let-up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
From deep, another 3 for Golden State.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the 4th period. We'll see how it pans out.
Well, as long as they're hitting like this, how can you blame them? They're on a tear.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Warriors.
as one-sided as it gets today. You know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win. And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Steph Curry.
He was the one dictating the pace tonight, playing up-tempo or slowing it down, but always scoring.
Wiggins kicks to Thompson. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
You know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
Great positioning on the putback.
I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tip-ins.
And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. They double-team Curry. And here's the fast break. Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it, and that's a shame.
George, that's a two-pointer. The Clippers rebound. The pass to Beverly. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Clock at 6. On the wing, George. And there's another turnover by the Warriors.
Clippers ball. Substitution on the court.
Zubac, the pass to Magruder. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Oh, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber,
benefits to the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Morris.
And guys, he's regressed a little bit offensively. He hasn't been the same this month as he was earlier in the season. He's lacking the edge that he had, and he needs to change his mindset. Stop sitting back and get into attack mode.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. They've got Porzingis. Curry is out there with Doncic. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4 spot. And for the Clippers, Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Zubac in at the center, filling out the middle.
Paul George rising up. Nice to see a little bit of that return to the younger days from PG.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
And he makes the first. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
Out to Doncic. Over Beverly. And he overshot that one, missing. For the Los Angeles Clippers, they come in off a good outing against the Warriors in San Francisco.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Now, here's Doncic. 38 points for him last game against Denver.
And if you look at his free throw numbers, you can see what kind of pressure he put on the defense. He was in attack mode all night long.
Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. To the paint, here's Porzingis. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Porzingis has got his second basket of the game.
They're going to take a little bit more to get Porzingis off of his sweet spot in his offensive game now.
Nobody near George. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
And at the end of the year, Brent, we've been seeing an uptick in play from some young, lottery-bound teams.
Well, they're always excited about having opportunity to play loose and play free. The backside of that is you didn't play well enough to get into the playoffs.
Right.
So, good coaching staffs with young teams that have potential, Kevin, will ask their teams to be spoilers. Like, embrace the idea of let's compete tonight against that team. They're the 4th seed. Yeah, let's go up against this. Sure. There are other teams that, quite frankly, just give up on the year. And some guys will have some big empty numbers to finish off the season. You got to temper your kind of eyeballs on those things.
Porzingis. Here's Doncic. Curry against Beverly. Passes it to Hardaway. Just 4 to shoot. For the 3. Doncic, no good. Last outing for the Clippers, they won that game against the Warriors. And it's Beverly missing.
Well, with his touch from mid-range, Kevin, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
Hardaway Jr. committed to get inside on that particular play, locked in and shrugging off the defense.
George from deep three-point land, and another 3 for the Clippers.
That basket must be widening out right now, Kevin. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Swiped away. Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by George. The Clippers trail. Here's Leonard. That falls. Nice speed that time from George.
Really, with that level of speed and power, it is so difficult to keep Leonard from scoring on the drive.
Here's Doncic. Outside Curry. Paul George with the steal. And here we go. George has what a jam!
You knew something good was coming, Kevin, right? Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Pass to Porzingis. 58 seconds left to play here in the first. Doncic feeling it out. And the dunk by Doncic.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
George against Curry. George dishes to Morris. Mavericks with the rebound. Right side Hardaway. Here's Curry with the 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Yeah, and in that game, it turned into a massive scoring night. It wasn't so much about the game plan as it was establishing early confidence to get that win.
And he can play the long-range game, the mid-range game. He takes it to the rack. Doncic is a versatile 3-level scorer.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Mavericks lead. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Morris, Reggie Jackson out there with Lou Williams, and it's JaMychal Green, and it's Shamet in at the 3. And here are the Mavericks now after the basket by Los Angeles. And here they come. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Now here's Wright. He's covered by Shamet. And here is Burke. No points in the game yet for him. Shot clock at 5. Wright, that's a 2-pointer. And it's Shamet with the rebound. Clippers leading by 3. Green kicks to Jackson. Pass to Morris. And it's off the back rim. No good.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And it's Marjanovic on top of the key. Here's Kleba. No good on the 3.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Morris, no good. Mavericks trail by 3. Burke kicks to Barea. Dallas moving it around. And there's the pass to Marjanovic. They double him with Green. From 10 feet out, Williams with the block. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Off the inbound. A nice shot by Barea.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Jackson passes to Shamet. Shot on the wing. Mavericks with the rebound. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And the rejection by Jackson. Green passes to Williams. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Williams has got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers.
So good at driving to the rim. Even though he's a little bit older, Williams still with great speed, change of pace, and picks the right angle.
That ties the game. Barea's got 5 points now this quarter.
You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot. That's one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you. Shoots. He can't get that one. And the Mavericks going the other way now.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Williams. Here's Shamet. 52 seconds left in the first half of the game. And Maxi Kleber is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And Los Angeles with some changes. Leonard comes in for Morris. And it's Paul George in for Landry Shamet. And Dallas also making a switch. Porzingis, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Here's Porzingis. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And Greg, as many expected, Porzingis getting a huge deal from Dallas to keep him a Mav for a long time.
Mavs feel he can be better than he was before the injury. Love the idea of pairing him long-term with Doncic. Sign him to a lengthy and sizable deal to be the core of their future.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Zubac is checked in for JaMychal Green. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. And the basket is good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Leonard kicks to Zubac. It's George on the wing. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wright.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Passes it to Zubac. Back to Jackson. They need this. Zubac It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And here's Barea. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
How about that? Just a perfect finish to the half as they tack on another 3 to their lead.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks in the driver's seat, up 8 points.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period. And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
On the court for the Mavericks, Doncic out there with Curry. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the 4 slot. Here's Doncic. Offline with his 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Brandon, this next question culture we're in, what comments do you want to hear from players who have just lost a game and facing disappointment?
I like the humility aspect of this question, Kevin, and the thing that I listen to most from players who get it, they'll compliment their opponent first. Something had to happen where the opponent did something enough to beat you on that night. So you don't say that we did all these things. Give the opponent credit first. Secondly, players who shoulder a massive amount of responsibility, they'll say that they could have played better first. And that takes and deflects everything away from their teammates. And then they'll talk about what they're looking forward to most, and their challenge is we'll get better tomorrow. We'll get better next game. And that they know there's room to grow. Those 3 things are pretty impactful.
Well said.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Here's Curry. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. George has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The second half of the season has seen a ton of assists from this group of players who are the top passers since the All-Star break. Luka Doncic, 4th.
Wow, he's taken his passing to a whole new level. His court awareness has really improved as we've gotten deeper into the season.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
On up the court. Goes up. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
And the dunk by Doncic.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by Los Angeles.
Here's Leonard. Count it. Leonard's got 12 points in the game.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And Doncic gets it to go.
And love how much Doncic believes in himself. It shows when he shoots off the pass like that.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And Brent, as you know, there aren't many players that can set a tone for a team, but Patrick Beverley is one of them.
And Patrick Beverley always embraces that role about setting the tone defensively on an opposing team's point guard, making sure that tonight, if you're going to beat the team that Pat Beverley plays on, you're going to have to go through them.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Andrew Shamet comes in for Morris, and it's Williams in for Patrick Beverley. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. It's George on the wing. And it's Finney Smith with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Basket good.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in. but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Marjanovic down low, guarded by Green. Here's Doncic. From outside, off the mark. Clippers trail by 4. Here's George. And he rips it and jams it right over Porzingis. Wow!
Yeah, Paul George not waiting around, wanting to get out in transition, run the floor, and become a dangerous weapon on the perimeter. Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
From the low block, and again the Clippers good for 2. Dallas has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Pass to Marjanovic. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult. Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Back to Porzingis, kicks it to Doncic. Off target from outside. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. Here's Hardaway. It's hauled in by Paul George. George has got 6 rebounds in the game. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Luka Doncic.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
When you think about how quickly it was that Kawhi Leonard just rocketed into superstardom, and as a leader of a very proud franchise, if you're a coach, he's everything you'd maybe want in a player.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Clippers. Dallas also making some changes. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Marjanovic. DeLon Wright comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Burke in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Here's Leonard. That one falls. Leonard's got 13 points in just this quarter.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And that one's good. George.
Paul George taking initiative tonight and going right at the defense.
Right for 3. What a play. Simply trains it in at the buzzer.
And we get some fireworks there to finish the quarter. That 3 ties it up as we go down the home stretch.
And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Put the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. And there's Jackson. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Yeah, just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
Dallas has gotten the 3-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. The kick out to Wright. Kleber, the pass to Doncic. Morris against Curry. Here's Porzingis. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Beverly against Curry. On the wing, George. No good that time. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
Porzingis finishing strong that time. No doubt about that one.
Jackson is doubled over Wright. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Jackson. Curry passes to Porzingis. Here's Kleber. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's Curry. Shot clock at 6. Jackson against Wright. Over Jackson. Offensive rebound. And Doncic is right there.
And you want more of this from Doncic. He's good at reading shot trajectories. Love his aggressiveness.
Beverly wide open. That one a little long. Mavericks leading by 6. Pass to Doncic. Wright trying to break free. Doncic kicks to Wright. Curry passes to Wright. Doncic outside. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Second shot opportunity. Kleba with the bucket. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
He's just adept at gutting the defense in these sets. Give Doncic a passing lane, and he'll thread the needle. Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Jackson kicks to Zubats. Outside Jackson from deep. But they recover it. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for your Clippers, Ivica.
Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 7. Leonard, he's checked in for Reggie Jackson. And Dallas also making a switch. Hardaway's checked in.
Crucial that he converts those shots. They've got to keep eating away at the lead.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. That doesn't go either for Doncic. The 11-footer, Leonard with the bucket.
Oh, you could see it from the moment he caught the ball. Leonard looking to rise to the occasion, making the big shot to help the team out.
Leonard with the steal. Here's Morris. And he makes good on the layup. And now just a 2-point Maverick lead.
Important points from Morris. And when he's feeling it, he'll step up and take control.
Porzingis can't hit.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Curry finds Doncic. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. 21 points for Luka Doncic. Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Porzingis with the block.
Great anticipation there. Porzingis in the right spot and throws that one away.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
That's a huge confidence boost right there for Kristaps Porzingis. He's proving he's got what it takes in those moments.
In the corner, George with it. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. 6-point game. Doncic left side. Lets it go with the 3. Morris with the rebound.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip. And now the go-to guy in these situations. Leonard can handle that kind of pressure in the big moment as well as anyone.
And Zubats picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. 26 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Back to Doncic. There's the pass to Porzingis. A 3 ball. It's hauled in by Beverly. Here's Leonard. Good!
Oh, he's so dangerous, and he's also efficient with his offensive game. Leonard right now having a tremendous offense.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And that's curtains for him. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So, good Friday night to you, sports fans. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Wiggins.
But sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you focus on the efficiency more than just pure point output.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Curry is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Hardaway in at the 3 slot. And for the Warriors, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Wiggins is out there with Draymond Green. And it's Chris in at the 5, roaming the paint. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. They beat the Warriors during their last encounter in San Francisco.
And it was pretty much a cakewalk for them the last time these two squared off and had a clear advantage on the backboard.
They generated second chance opportunities on one end, preventing them on the other end. That was the story of the game.
Well, whether you love him or hate him, you can't deny that Draymond Green is one of the more unique players in the league.
There really isn't anyone else like Draymond. I mean, who does everything for a team but score. I mean, not only can he play all positions on both ends of the floor, but also to be the emotional leader, truly a special player.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Such a wide-open look.
Nice play call. You know Clay's deadly in the catch-and-shoot game. Get him the rock.
It's Curry outside, and he's good on the 3 ball.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Curry with it. Hardaway picks him up. The shot by Curry, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Up top, Porzingis. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Here's Curry with the 3. Warriors getting another chance here. There's the triple. Thompson misses. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. It's Hardaway with the drive. That one misses. From deep 3-point range, Klay Thompson, and that's good. Thompson's got 5 points so far.
This is why Klay is so difficult to defend. He can stop on a dime and pop it in your eye.
And Doncic gets it to go.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time. Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
Here's Curry with the 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. Curry's got his second basket of the night. Well, Smitty, we're coming down the stretch here. Talk about the mental toughness needed to finish a season strong.
You know, I think you got to have that. Everybody talk about the game physically, guys making shots. And we all know there are some teams and players, they all do that well. But who's the tough team that can get through the tough times? That's when you see the teams that can get over the hump, and you start to say, I like that team.
Here's Curry after the Mavericks pick up 3. Here's Chris. And no good that time. Nice D from Porzingis. Here's Doncic. That one doesn't drop. And Golden State will go the other way with it. And Maxi Kleber is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Dallas. Curry way outside. Nice D from Doncic.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
Outside Curry. Up top Porzingis. Stolen by Thompson. Now the Warriors moving it up. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Thompson against Curry. On the wing, Doncic. There's the 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Wiggins finds Green. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State. trailing by 2, coming off that loss against the Nets. Thompson for 3. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. Dallas has gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Out to Porzingis. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Curry passes to Kleba. Porzingis with the ball. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of thing.
Curry with a wide open look. Drills the three-pointer. Curry's got 6.
When you combine the usage with the accuracy, hard to think of a better three-point shooter in NBA history. Steph Curry.
We come back. All the great Golden State Warriors scores. Draymond Green.
I think there are times where one of the...
Yeah, why not? Green knows that, Greg, if you're in the zone, keep firing.
And with his unselfishness and vision, Green, more often than not, is the one setting the table.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Dallas, J.J. Barea is out there with Burke. Then there's Marjanovic. Then it's DeLon Wright. And it's Finney-Smith in at the power forward.
Yeah, tough entry pass. You want to kick the ball down low, but you have to be crafty about how you do it.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
The Warriors shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. The Mavericks trailing. Barea with a wide open look. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
The Golden State Warriors so great offensively. People forget about their defense. Their length and IQ make them tough to deal with, especially in the playoffs.
Wiggins throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Her kicks to Finney-Smith. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. And that one, good. In the last couple seasons, Golden State's defense in the regular season slipping off just a bit.
You know what I think what happens is, with their elite offense, I think they started to rest a bit more on defense. Also, when you've been to the finals 5 straight years, some coasting can occur.
The Warriors have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Wiggins drives in and fouled. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
A different look for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Marjanovic. Seth Curry comes in for Wright, and Doncic is subbed in for J.J. Barea. So many NBA players now have their talented children playing in the NBA or in college and will soon be in the NBA. Smitty, whose kids stand out to you as potential superstars?
Hey, Kevin, Dell Curry, for sure.
No, wait. Okay, I could have gotten that one. Steph Curry. Who else, though? Who else catches your eye?
I think up-and-coming LeBron's kid, Shaq's son, D-Wade, and that's what you love. You see a lot of these guys, and it's great for me. I remember when they were little, Kevin, and now seeing them winning championships, being able to play on that stage is unbelievable.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
The shot by Looney, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Here's Burke. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Now the pass to Looney. No good off the back of the rim. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Here's Poole. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Porzingis with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. 1:51 left now here in the second. And it's Wiggins missing. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Doncic, no good. The Warriors leading. Wiggins with it, and Curry picks him up defensively, and that one's good. Wiggins.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And the impact that Porzingis can have on the defensive end grade cannot be overstated.
The reach and leaping ability he has paired with his timing make him a premier rim protector. And what sets him over the top really is that fearlessness. He will challenge anyone and everyone at the rim.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Hardaway comes in for Burke. Now Curry. After the missed 3 from Klay Thompson. Doncic, no good.
You like that he's still attacking, but the results tonight just haven't been there.
They get it again. Outside for Curry. And the 3 off target.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better.
And that'll be Dallas as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks retain possession. And the Warriors making a change here. Green's checked in. White, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Doncic, no good. Warriors leading by 3. To the middle. Here's Chris. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Defensively, all eyes on Klay. Great scorer, but also able to beat you with the pass.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Another miss by Curry.
Well, he was in rhythm, hitting 2 threes in the opening quarter, but hasn't made one since.
The Mavericks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Mavericks making a switch here. Marjanovic is checked in. The Warriors shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field. Ball's knocked loose. Back to Curry. Lets the 3 fly. Warriors the rebound. From deep. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Porzingis has got rebound number 8 now on the night. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. They did jump out to a lead in the opening. And that...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Andrew Wiggins really making a difference here.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Curry and Klay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Chris is out there with Green, and it's Wiggins in at small forward. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Curry.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Chris, and 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Curry passes to Porzingis. Back to Curry. Again, the Mavericks score. About 1 minute played here in the second half. The deep 3 from Thompson. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Thompson's got 11 points.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. J.J. Barea is checked in for Doncic. And here's Barea outside. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And that's a double-double for him now. 11 points and 10 rebounds. And Thompson launches it from deep. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Mavericks trail by 4. It's Curry with the drive. 2 points. That one goes. Curry's got 6 in the quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Curry with the 3. The Mavericks pull it in. Porzingis has got 11 rebounds in the game.
Well, at this point, it's undeniable that Curry is the greatest shooter of all time. You talk about guys like Ray Allen, he has passed up. That is big time.
Now, here's Thompson. He's got 14. Chris gets the bucket.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Curry against Curry. Here's Barea. That shot, no good. And Golden State will come the other way. And there are no metrics to deny. What Curry is doing is incredible.
And at this point, we take his jaw-dropping feats for granted. He passes the numbers test, and he certainly passes the eye test. Curry, the best at what he does.
And he can extend the lead to double digits.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he be a little bit more selective tonight. And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Here's Curry following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Thompson misses.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Fires for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Thompson's got 12 points here in the second half. Curry is inside. For by Chris. Curry kicks to Kleba. Down low. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
And a deep 3 from Curry. Mavericks with the rebound.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
6 on the shot clock. Outside Hardaway. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Curry can't get it to go.
And I wouldn't put it past him, guys, to eventually start hitting those, given what he did in the first half.
The beauty of Draymond as a facilitator, really sees the entire floor.
Barea lays it up off the glass.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Nailed from three-point land. Curry's got the lead up to 9 now for the Warriors.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
The shot by Thompson, no good. Curry against Wiggins. Over to the wing. Barea, the pass to Porzingis. Over Green. Offline. And so it's the Golden State Warriors in control with. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Very unselfish. If you appreciate teamwork, this is the kind of play that will get you up out of your seat.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's J.J. Barea, and it's Berg in at the point guard.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State. Pass to Pascal. Here's Poole, guarded by Barea. Curry's shot is off.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
On the Mavericks with some changes. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Seth Curry comes in for J.J. Barea. And Doncic is subbed in for Burke. Now here's Curry. And we've played through about a minute here in the 4th. Can't get it to fall. Curry outside, traps in the tray. Curry's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc. Playing from behind right here, not easy, but he is answering the bell.
The reason why is not just scoring, it's the way he's doing it. Efficient. That's what you need at this point in the game.
Hardaway goes in. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Outside for Curry. From the arc. Good on the 3-point shot. And the Warriors lead by 9.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Poole, and he banks in the layup. The player tracking data is kind of an interesting thing. It's a big part of scouting now. In fact, AI can accumulate that right from the TV feed, which to me is amazing.
It is. I think if it doesn't distract or take away from our game, to have that type of information live and from a player being able to play in a game, I think is helpful for everything, for scouting, for, I would say, health reasons, for guys, conditioning. I love it, as long as it doesn't distract from the game.
That's a good point. And it's the Warriors with the ball after Luka Doncic's bucket. Curry passes to Poole. Kleber with the rebound.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
Curry can't get it to go. Mavericks trail by 7. Curry passes to Porzingis. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Kept alive. Curry with a wide open look. The 3-pointer no good. Golden State's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the 3rd quarter. 2 open that time, made it look too easy. 21 points for Steph Curry.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
You know, when you're raining threes, you can stack up points in a hurry, but it can go the other way as well.
Yeah, and that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? And Doncic gets it to go.
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personality. Comes up with the goods on that one.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're leading by 6. We've got 1:08 left in the 4th quarter. And present our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
Burke, he's checked in for Dallas. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the break. He likes where things are headed, but he cautioned them to play smart the rest of the way. He said carelessness with the ball, with assignments, with rotations, any of that can undo what we've worked to accomplish so far. Kevin, they are so close.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
Money! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Seems like everyone's taking long threes these days, but Doncic has natural power in those legs, generates range with ease.
And Curry has it in the corner. Got it! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Thompson surveying the floor. Curry kicks to Thompson. From past the arc. So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. That was all right, David. Thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome to this very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number 200.
Here's Tatum and
In your face.
You play 2K
all the time.
You act.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And now you have an album.
there's a look at downtown Los Angeles. And here's a look at some numbers for Morris.
And guys, he's regressed a little bit offensively. He hasn't been the same this month as he was earlier in the season. He's lacking the edge that he had, and he needs to change his mindset. Stop sitting back and get into attack mode.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Chris is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Wiggins in at the 3. And for the Clippers, they've got Morris, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac, and it's Leonard in at the small forward position. So as the playoff seedings still jumbled a bit up in the air, just how important you think it is to get home court advantage in the NBA playoffs in this era.
Historically speaking, Kevin, as you know, home court advantage is absolutely monumental, and it doesn't matter the round of the playoffs. It could be a conference semifinal or an NBA final. If you come down to a Game 7, that home court advantage can be the difference between winning and losing. You want as much in your favor, Kevin, as you know, going into the postseason.
Now, here's Zubac. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Here's Beverley.
Listen, we know Klay Thompson prides himself on being an exceptional defender. And guess what? He has the length and athleticism to do just that.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. Here's Beverley. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Warriors in San Francisco. Kicks it to Morris. 6 to shoot. Here's Leonard.
Well, it can't get worse than this. 0 for 4 to start.
Curry with some nice D. Thompson for the triple. And again, no good by Golden State.
Just one made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
Here's Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
Don't you love it when you've got a small forward who can pass the basketball just like Paul George did there? Makes it look easy.
Curry, good.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Everly with the ball. Here's George. Doris, you can't say enough about the defense of Paul George. I mean, he is absolutely terrific on that end of the floor.
That is in addition to being an all-NBA level offensive performer. So you think about what Paul George brings on the defensive end. The on-ball defense is incredible. He knows when to help off on drives. This guy is easily one of the best defenders at his position, if not the best.
And here's Thompson from deep three-point range. The rebound by Paul George.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
16 feet away. Warriors with the rebound. Their last encounter was in San Francisco.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
Well, you have to believe the coaching staff made that a point of emphasis. Better aggressiveness, better intensity on the backboard.
He just powered that
One
one.
of the game's top dunkers. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Zubas. We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter. Curry can't get it to go. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Ball stolen. Here's Wiggins. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Oh, the ease with which he elevates Wiggins with a highlight move that time.
Here's Leonard, and finished off by Leonard.
And I tell you what, nobody willing to put a stop to that slam.
Yeah, a break for the defense. That was a case of stand back, watch the show, buckle up.
He saw the defense playing soft and simply used his natural gifts to take advantage.
George with the bucket.
Well, Paul George routinely making these difficult shots look easy. He's showing how dominant he truly is.
Outside Curry. The three. No good on the shot. The Clippers go the other way with it. Beverly finds Morris. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Green passes to Leonard. They grabbed their own miss.
How about the anticipation and the timing there? He is all over it.
The Warriors trail. On its way from Curry for two. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 3 assists in the game. Inside. Here's George. And Curry pulls it down. The Warriors shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Morris kicks to Beverly. In the corner, George with it. And he gets it to go from the corner. George has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
But you love how Paul George gets his feet under him first on these catch and shoot. His pre-shot routine is so important.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers. Guys?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. We've got Steph Curry, and it's Poole in at the 2. Clock at 6. Morris. The Warriors pull it in, coming off that loss against the Nets. And the ability to stretch the floor from the power forward spot doors becoming almost a requirement. That's worked out well for Marcus Morris.
Boy, when he comes into the league, Kevin, 2011, he was viewed as that classic tweener. That at one point was a negative level. The game has now shifted his direction because of his versatility.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Zubac is checked in. Here's Shamet. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Shamet's got the lead up to 3 now for Los Angeles. The Warriors shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Drains the three-pointer.
Well, the IQ is just off the charts for Steph Curry. He senses when the defense has left someone open, and I guarantee you he will put it on time and on target.
Now, here's Green. Last game we saw him score 13. Here's Williams. Now Shamet. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Shamet's got 6 points. Warriors trail by 4. From deep. Curry can't get it to go.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
And Williams is right there. Williams has got his first basket.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in.
Boy, I don't know that I've ever seen a better pull-up jump shooter than Stephen Curry. An amazing ability to stop on a dime.
Here's Shamet following the basket by Stephen Curry. Back to Shamet. Shot from 16. Misses off the right iron. The Warriors have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Curry way outside from beyond the arc and then some. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter. Doris, so interesting to watch 7-footers who almost never shot three-pointers make that now a featured part of their game.
Give some credit to the coaches who recognized the game was being revolutionized and that three-point shooting, regardless of position, would become integral to success. So a guy like Marc Gasol, who actually fought the idea of taking threes, Brook Lopez, Nikola Vucevic, all of them have become more integral to team success and more capable NBA players because they can shoot the basketball. It's beautiful.
It is. Evolving and adapting at that size has been something to watch. And he gets the bucket. Now it's a 6-point Clipper lead.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low. It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Clippers with the ball. Following the score by Golden State. There's Jackson with the 3. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Curry wide open. Warriors getting another chance here. From deep. Offensive rebound. Passes it to Poole. From deep 3-point range. Golden State moving the ball around. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Stephen Curry.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
Now, here's Shamet. He had 10 points in the win against the Warriors in San Francisco. Pass to Zubac. Now, here's Shamet. Green, the pass to Shamet. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. The shot by Williams, no good.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
I think we have to check his sanity because there's a number of better options on the floor.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game. Beverly feeling it out a bit, and Leonard has it in the corner.
Off target with his three. The deep three from Thompson. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 8 points, 2 rebounds. Thanks for joining.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Zubats in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
And he's known as the Claw, Kawhi Leonard Doris, with some of the biggest hands in the NBA.
Well, consider, Kevin, that hand is over 11 inches from thumb to pinky. That's 52% wider than the normal hand. Basically, his hands correspond to a person who would be almost 9 feet tall. Incredible.
George, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Stolen by Beverly. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Here's George. Draymond Green with the rebound.
Well, an 0 for 3 start to the half. You need to pick it up and start to put some pressure on your opponent.
Higgins outside for the lead. It's hauled in by Beverly.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Morris dishes to George. A 3 ball. A shot, no good. The Warriors go the other way with it. Thompson for the triple. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Warriors lead by 1.
And how about the timing on the backboards there from Chris? Has the size and quickness to be a problem.
Pass to Leonard. On deep. Warriors with the rebound. Chris has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
You see, you've got to stay tight and contest Klay Thompson as much as humanly possible. You give him an inch and forget about it.
Now, here is George. 8 points for him. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Clippers. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Outside for George. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. George has got 10 points.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Lou Williams is checked in for Patrick Beverly. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Sinks the triple. Thompson's got 9 points here in the second half. Feeds it to Leonard. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
That's just a terrific pass from Klay Thompson. My goodness.
Leonard with no one around. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Warriors leading by 5. Thompson for the triple. Another 3 for Golden State.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. Their next game, playing at home, is the Nets coming to town. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
To the middle. Some nice passing by Golden State here. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Warriors lead by 7.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Oh, good luck stopping that. Kawhi Leonard, huge, strong hands, in total command of the basketball. Go ahead.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
Well, obviously, the defense has not been great this half, and you've got to be able to address this quickly.
Count that one.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Thompson misses.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to just 3 in the basket from Jackson.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You know, put a rough first half behind him. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second.
And here's George. After the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. And George kicks to Jackson. Back to George. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
On the pass to Thompson. From deep three-point range. 8 seconds left here in the third quarter. Williams. It's good on the putback.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And Thompson launches it from deep. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. The Warriors. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Curry and Klay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Then there's Draymond Green. Then it's Wiggins. And it's Pascal in at the 4 spot. Stolen by Thompson. And here we go. Wiggins heading to the hoop. And Wiggins throws it down hard.
Well, Klay Thompson is as effective on the defensive end as he is on the offensive end. Really good reach there to knock that thing away.
Leonard, no luck. Warriors leading by 8. It's Curry outside. Knocks down the 3 ball. Curry's got 21. Doris, you graduated as your college's all-time assist leader. Talk about some of the key traits of a great playmaker.
I think historically speaking, when we think about great lead guards, Kevin, we talk about unselfishness, vision, patience. Who are the players that make their teammates better? You know, probably the one underrated aspect of a point guard.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
For the three, that's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Curry's got the lead up to 12 now for the Warriors.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Ivica Zubac has checked in for JaMychal Green, and Morris subbed in for Landry Shamet. And it's out of bounds. Nice touch by Curry. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. From deep. No good there. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Curry passes to Green. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Tenacity. It's the first word that comes to mind with Draymond Green. Is he the tallest power forward in the league? No. But can he score it? Yes.
Knocked away. It's stolen by Curry. Thompson for the triple. The Warriors keep it going. A new 14-second shot clock. For three, hits it from three-point range. Thompson's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Warriors.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Pass to Beverly. Leonard with the ball. From deep three-point range. And it's Curry with the rebound. He kicks to Thompson. Takes the three. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Chris, he's checked in for the Warriors. Clippers trail by 14. Williams passes to Beverly. Missed inside. Golden State's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. Thompson for the triple. Cans it from downtown. Thompson's got 9 points in the quarter.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Warriors.
Tonight, they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Klay Thompson.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Noah kicks to Shamet. They can't stop the run with that one. Pass to Chris. Lets it go from 14. Smailagic. Here's Bowman. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And he recovers it. No good from Lee.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're in front by 17. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And they've got this one just about wrapped up.
It's not completely over, and they know that. But if they carry out their game plan, they should be golden.
Green kicks to Wiggins. Pass to Thompson. Shoots the three. It's hauled in by Zubac. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
As unassuming as he looks sometimes, Kawhi Leonard finishes with authority off the dribble.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Morris.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. They've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Zubats in at the 5. And for Dallas, Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Seth Curry is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5 down low.
Well, you really have to like how George uses his body effectively down low there. I mean, the defense pretty much has no choice but to foul him in that situation.
And George drops them both. And with the playoffs ahead, some have argued for a play-in tournament, Clark, to determine the 6 through 10 seeds. What do you think of that?
An interesting concept. In theory, it certainly might allow for more teams to be engaged down the stretch. You know, with Adam Silver, he's very much interested in seeing how to make the game better in every way. So there are no sacred cows. Just because it's been done one way before doesn't mean that he's not looking at ways to change it for improvement.
And keep that fan base really interested.
Yeah, that's a big part of what's made the league as successful as it has been worldwide.
Here's Doncic. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Outside, Porzingis from deep. Offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Leonard draws the double. Morris passes to Leonard. Zubats, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And the dunk by Doncic.
Well, you can't let Doncic have these types of opportunities, guys. When you aren't close to him, this is what happens.
Curry with the steal. Hardaway against Leonard. Hardaway passes to Marjanovic.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And the big contract for Tim Hardaway Jr. back in 2017, Clark. 4 years, $71 million.
Hey, sometimes timing is everything. We know that in our world and in all the other worlds out there. And think about that now. Tim Hardaway Jr. has made more money than his all-star father made in his whole career. Hardaway Jr., young and athletic, and a really rock-solid player at both ends.
Now, here's Doncic. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Doncic kicks to Marjanovic. George against Hardaway. Out to Doncic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tips it, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. Marjanovic has got 6.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up.
One shot.
Great opportunity for a three-point play. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. White, he's checked in for Curry. And Trey Burke subbed in for Luka Doncic. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Andrew Shamet comes in for Marcus Morris. Williams, he's checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Pass to Burke. Lets it go with a 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Leonard. Turned in an outstanding game against Golden State. The 3. And there's Jackson on the assist by Leonard. He has 5.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Burke, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. From the arc, Green with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
Right, the pass to Burke. Dallas moving the ball around. And there's the call on Lou Williams. That is his first foul of the game. 34 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Burke, the pass to Kleber. That one falls coming off Burke's feet.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
The kick out to Williams. Outside, Green. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Last outing for the Clippers. They won that game against the Warriors in San Francisco. Count it.
Boy, that is grown man ammonia strength from Porzingis there. How can defenders stop that?
Green, no luck. He could go, and no good on the last second attempt this time. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Green. Then there's Landry Shamet. Then it's Williams. And it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. Here's Leonard. Makes it off the glass. Leonard's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for Los Angeles. Last outing for the Clippers, they won that game against the Golden State Warriors. Barea against Jackson. Barea kicks to Jackson. Back to Barea, to the paint. Shot clock at 6, and they pick up 2.
Barea's jump shot is usually right on point. When he gets room to shoot, he's able to pull that trigger fast.
And Green gets it to go. And it's Barea with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets. Porzingis inside, guarded by Green. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Boy, you look at Porzingis, this guy is very skilled, and you give him those kind of looks, he'll cash in all day long.
Here's Doncic. It's rebounded by Leonard.
And fought hard to make his way to the rim, but give the deep credit. Did just enough to force him to flank that one.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. Hardaway's checked in for Dallas. Burke comes in for J.J. Barea. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Green. Morris comes in for Leonard. Paul George is checked in for Lou Williams. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Reggie Jackson. Clark, among the bigs, which one do you think runs the floor the best?
Boy, I tell you, Anthony Davis is gazelle-like, and this guy is north of 7 feet tall and is just agile and quick in getting up and down. I think I'd put him at the top of the list. Clint Capella is in that category, and Giannis Antetokounmpo as well, but a lot of times he has the ball and is taking it rack to rack.
He does. Brings it up like a guard, and no one can stop him.
Nobody can stop that guy when he gets coming downhill at you.
Now here's Porzingis. 9-point game his last outing. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt. As
a defender, he's going to just be a bothersome, worrisome guy, making you miserable all night. A hand in your face on every jump.
Now Burke. Paul George missing from long range. Here's Porzingis. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Look at how high George gets off these drives to the hoop. Banging it down with the violence of a madman.
Now here is Hardaway. 20 points for him last game against Denver.
And he was relentless in that one. I mean, he wanted to be the first to every rebound and almost was. You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. We're going to break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You take a look at Los Angeles. Right now, they've acquired the second-best record in the conference. And, of course, the Mavericks. They're 5 spots away.
You know, right now, Dallas, seeing them where they are now, it's easy to forget just how awful they were a season ago. This is a team that's made major strides to lift themselves into the middle of the pack.
Boy, I tell you what, it's been a grit and grind effort for them. They know how to win, and that's not something you could say about them last year.
And an excellent pass by Morris, a guy known for his finishing ability, but he also has the skills to facilitate.
Now here is Hardaway. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Excellent D there from George.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Now here's Burke. He's covered closely. And here's Porzingis. 6 points for him. That doesn't go either for Porzingis.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greeting. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They kept at it on both ends. And that...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Paul George really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slot. Doncic out there with Seth Curry, and it's Marjanovic in at the 5 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
Boy, you got to push Porzingis out of the paint. If you don't, you're looking for trouble.
George finds Zubac. And here's Beverly, guarded by Marjanovic. To the inside. It's tipped. Curry with the steal. Here's Doncic. Sinks the three-pointer. Doncic has got 5.
Boy, he's so dangerous in these situations. Doncic just has a good sense for what he needs to do based on the situation.
Back to Beverly. From deep three-point range. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Marjanovic. Great pass to set up the lay-in. 8 points for him.
On a nice little roll here to start this half, connecting on their first 3 attempts. You know, for Porzingis, the business of the family is basketball. His parents played at a very high level. His older brother played professionally for over a decade. And the first word that Porzingis said was ball, and he's had one in his hands pretty much from the start.
Back to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Excellent court awareness from the big man there. Porzingis proven to be a reliable passer.
And it's Leonard missing. And Clark Porzingis' older brother. He used to make him highlight reels of NBA stars.
Yeah, you know, the NBA was his goal all along, but he showed patience, and the Orlando Magic actually promised to take him 10th back in 2014. He stayed in Spain one more year to develop, and good for him.
Pass to Beverly. Zubac with it, guarded by Doncic. And here's Morris for 3.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks with some changes. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Porzingis. Wright comes in for Hardaway. And Barea subbed in for Doncic. And then for Los Angeles, JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Williams comes in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Mavericks shooting their first free throws here tonight. The free throw drops from Marjanovic. Clark, last couple years, the three-point shot has been absolutely huge, a gigantic weapon for a lot of teams. You live by it, you die by it. Some teams can accept, though, the ramifications of a bad shooting night.
Yeah, I think it's too big a premium not to really overweight the three-point shot. A 50% premium on that particular field goal when it goes down. But I do like to see balance. Attacking the rim, spacing the floor. I love to see guys and teams shoot the mid-range shot as well. But the three-point shot and the way teams use it and shoot it is here to stay for sure.
On the wing, Williams. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Jackson. A putback. Great positioning on the putback. Morris has got his first basket of the night.
And you'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack that offensive glass and generate some points outside of those set plays.
deciding where to go with it, and it's good for 2. Curry's got the lead up to 4 now for the Mavs.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Down low, here's Jackson. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists in the game.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
And it's Wright missing. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. The Mavericks have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. And that one's good. Right. 54 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Leonard. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Here's Marjanovic. It's good for the 7th time this game. He's shot 7. He has made 7.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
He gets it in there.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Inside for the lead, and the rejection by Curry. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Stolen by Jackson. 3-on-3. Leonard with no one around. Offensive rebound, so they take the lead. Green's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
That kind of energy and hustle on the glass usually produces good results.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Here's Leonard, and finished off by Leonard.
And Leonard enjoys jamming it home, Kevin. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
And here's Barea outside. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to be planning for more. We've got more in store for you right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Everly and Shamet in the backcourt together. JaMychal Green is out there with Marcus Morris, and it's George in at the small forward. So the wing on the left, Beverly for 3. It's good from long range. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Boy, time to tighten it up on defense. A stop here would be huge.
And shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Here's George. It's rebounded by Dallas.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones. It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Doncic left side. No good from outside. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
At basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
George passes to Shamet. On the wing, Morris. No good with the triple. Mavericks have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far. And Wright kicks to Kleba. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Right side, Porzingis. 5 to shoot. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. That doesn't go either for Doncic. Right side, George. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Boy, guys, I really like how they've driven the ball to the basket in this game. I mean, they've been very aggressive with it.
Yeah, but don't forget about their points in the paint, because those have been big.
A different look for Dallas. Justin Jackson, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith, and Trey Burke subbed in for Wright. The Clippers also changing it up. Zubac is checked in for Green, and Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Landry Shamet.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
And he doesn't let the pressure get to him. Cool and confident from the line.
Mavericks trailed by 5. There's the pass to Burke. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Paul George with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Porzingis with the block.
Boy, Porzingis doing a nice job staying in position and then using his reach to block shots.
Doncic, no good.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
And it's Burke with the ball for the Mavericks. Jackson drives in. And he lays it straight in. There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter. And Leonard puts it up from deep 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Dallas has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Doncic. And the rejection by Zubac. It's 2-on-1. A finish, and then Leonard with the dunk.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Here's Doncic. And a miss there on the triple.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
In the corner, it's Kleber. Here's Burke. Good. And now they trail by just 4.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
To the wing right side. And Beverly kicks to Morris. Pass to Zubac. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. No good that time. Here's Doncic. It counts. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
And that's an intentional foul. A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway comes in for Justin Jackson. And Curry subbed in for Burke. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
And you know, Beverly is easily one of the most tenacious defenders in the league. An absolute pest of epic proportion. Love his energy. Absolutely massive free throw. That'll force them into a three-point attempt.
Now, here is George. It's good!
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
So the Clippers with the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.